So that's a wrap on UFC 314, and oh my god, we are so back. If you don't think Volk's the featherweight GOAT still, you're living in Delusionville, alright? He just defied all the odds, broke the 35 curse, won 50-45, basically. It was probably 50-46, but whatever. Alright, he won dominantly, beat a young, dangerous contender. He still has a chin, faced adversity, and still put on a pretty fun fight. Round 5 was a bit slow, but I don't give a fuck, alright? He can do what he wants. He's a 2-time champion, featherweight GOAT, top 5 of all time. Doesn't matter what you have to say. This card was so damn good, man. Like, just when you think MMA is dying, the UFC is dying, back to back trash cards, 3 in a row, terrible. The MMA gods bless us with this masterpiece. Alright, it was so good, so emotional, so high pace, high finish. You know, it was amazing. Okay, Reyes won. Bro, he's coming for the fucking belt. I really thought he was going to win this and then probably lose his next fight. But after how impressively he won this and how easy he made it look, didn't even get rocked, his chin's fucking back. He's coming for the belt, all right? 205 is not that stacked of a division. There's not many like young and up-and-coming contenders. Like, Reyes can get the belt, and then he's going to call Jones and say, fight me again, and maybe he can beat me for real this time. Like, come on. Bryce Mitchell lost. I kind of wanted him to win just because it'd be funny, and I thought he would win, but he lost. He was supposed to lose. Gene Silva subbed him, which we probably should have seen coming at least somewhat. You know, I didn't see anyone predict that, but we've seen Bryce rocked and subbed before by Ilya, who, yeah, it's Ilya, but, I mean, we've seen him susceptible to it before, so we probably should have saw that coming, because he has a good chin. Like, this could have been an actual crazy parlay prediction if you actually thought about it, which looks like none of us did. But I did good on predictions, so I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. But yeah, Bryce was supposed to lose and he lost. But yeah, let's break down the whole card fight by fight, starting with the main event, because I usually start with the first prelim, but fuck that. We're going to go in reverse order, because I just want to talk about Volk versus Diego. Bro, this was the most stressed I've ever been in my fucking life. Clenching my whole asshole. The whole fight, every time Volk got even hit, I was like, oh my god, he's dead. It's over. Because it was just too good to be true. It was too good. Reyes won. It was a feel-good, hype, wholesome moment. Patty won. That was hype because fuck Chandler, the cheater, bum, he's done. Three fight loss streak finished. He's done. All right, Chandler should have retired that night. Okay, tonight. He should have. But Volk, man, he still has it. I mean, his chin is still a bit brittle. It's a bit susceptible to getting chin still. You know, his chin is chinnable. It still is, but his recovery is still good. His chin's always been a bit chinny. Like, he's always been a bit chinny, but his recovery has always been good as well. And it proved in this fight that it's still here. He's still here to be a champion and defend it. He didn't retire. He's going to try to defend, and if he gets the belt back and defends it and then retires, man, bro, he might just be top 2 of all time, top 3. Like, I have him probably 5th or 4th. He's going up to 2 or 3 if he defends it again, you know, and I think he could. If it's Mavzar, he's probably going to win. Who can decision Volk? Nobody. No fucking body, okay? The fight's actual details, Volk dominantly won round 1. It was such a good start, man. It probably is what won him this fight. It just swayed the momentum in his way so early and so decisively. Like, Volk was piecing him up on the feet, rocked him once, made him stumble, was making him miss, using that foot movement, that in and out, all right? And then he gets the takedown. He's landing vicious ground and pound as soon as he gets him down. Volk is such a fun, active grappler because he actually is going to go for ground and pound the whole time. He doesn't care about securing this position over submission. Fuck that, all right? He's going for ground and pound viciously all the time, trying to cut you up, trying to hurt you, and he did. He broke Diego's spirit just a little bit. Diego did do well in the fight. He won 1 round. You could probably argue 2. I'd have to rewatch it to be sure. But the only round I thought Diego clearly won was round 4. Yeah, it was 4. Because he had Volk running in round 4, hurt him multiple times, was very close to finishing him. All he needed really was one big punch in round 4, and he probably would have finished Volk out cold. But he's just two-dimensional, and I said this. Or too one-dimensional, and I said this. Diego is a counter-striker. He's not going to do well against Volk, okay? Sure, is Volk coming in with his chin on the line with a jab just too casually sometimes and keeping his chin up in the air a lot. Yes, but Diego is just so one-dimensional. He doesn't throw combos. If it is, it's just a 1-2. He's a counter striker. He doesn't come forward and start the exchanges. He was never going to win in this fight, especially by decision. I've already seen the cope of 25 where people are saying Diego got robbed. But they say every fight's a robbery these days, so you can't take them seriously. But, yeah, Volk won round 1. Close round 2, where Volk got dropped in like the last 30 seconds. Had me shitting my pants. When he got dropped and fell, I literally was like, oh my god, he's out. He's dead. It's over. But he recovered, got up, clinched it up. The clinch was very dangerous because Volk was eating bad uppercuts in the clinch every time he did. So we kind of stopped doing that towards the end of the fight compared to the first half of the fight. He learned and he adapted and he overcome and he fucking won. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy, man. And if you're sad Diego lost, bro, he's like 29, been in the UFC 2 years. He can come back, all right? No one gives a fuck. Volk's here. It's wholesome. It's hype. Let's go. Probably would have been better for the division if Diego had won. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm getting off topic. Diego, he won round 4. Round 3 was close, but I gave it to Volk, so... And Volk won round 2 as well. Just because he got dropped at the end of it doesn't mean all the damage and output he did in the second round doesn't matter. Volk stumbled him in round 2 as well. Rounds 1, 2, and 3 were clearly Volk. Diego won round 4. He did the most damage and probably got outputted as well, but no, you have to value the damage and the nearly finishing Volk in round 4 over all the output. So, going into the 5th, it was 3-1. Which is fucking insane. I mean, not really, because we all saw this coming. All of us with brains, we knew Volk wasn't losing a decision. And yeah, in round 5 was the longest 5 minutes of my fucking life, but Volk did it. He was a bit runny. He was running a bit. He was doing a bit of a Yusuf Salal performance, just pepping that jab out there, calf kick, body kick, backing up, running, he kind of running. But hey, it doesn't matter. He secured the fight. He doesn't have to march forward, and oh my god, this is what it was. It was actually pissing me off. Diego got so frustrated and so mad at himself that he couldn't find Volk's chin and couldn't touch him for most of the fight. Barely landed anything outside of round 4. He was landing, but, he dropped him in 2 and hurt him in 4. But other than that, he got out-outputted. He got out-outputted so bad. Volk was, doubling or tripling his numbers. It wasn't even close. And Volk was hurting him. He was cutting him up bad, too. Diego's face, it wasn't as bad as Volk's, opponents usually are, but it was still bad. And yeah, Volk got round 5 as well on output. Not much damage in 5, but it doesn't matter. Alright? That was the fight. Very close. Not close at all. Volk's back. Such a good performance, man. It was fun to watch as well. If you didn't find that fun to watch, then you just don't like MMA, man. This was high-level striking, in and out of the void, in and out, crazy high IQ striking from Volk, while Diego Lopez was making it fun, being the constant danger of the fight. Volk obviously was hurting him, but Volk can't finish a fly. He finished Yair, but Volk's not the best at finishing people. That is very true. He's kind of a decision merchant, but that's okay. If your fights are fun, unlike Bilal, which he could have more fun fights, but if your fights are fun, you can have decisions. It's not that big a deal. Look at Peter Yan. He's a decision merchant too, but his fights are fun. Next, we had the downfall of Michael Chandler. Iron Mike is done. He needs to retire. Patty fucked him up. Other than the takedown in round 1 for Mike, and landed some decent ground and pound shots and some decent shots on the feet in round 1. Other than that, dude, Patty fucked him up, okay? After round 1, I'd say Chandler could have got round 1 up until the last minute, where Patty he fucked him up, man. He hurt him on the feet bad. He won that round on damage. One takedown at the beginning of the round does not win you the fight or win you the round. It just doesn't, okay? Patty won the first round. Then the next round, Patty's taking him down at will, threatening submissions, not really getting close because Chandler actually does have really good defensive jiu-jitsu, really hard to submit. Charles Oliveira couldn't do it. Also couldn't knock him out in 5 rounds, which kind of shows that Oliveira may not be in his prime at all anymore. He's just not as dangerous anymore, just not as high output, high pace Just doesn't have that grit anymore, unfortunately, because Paddy, man. Like, I've been high on him ever since the Tony Ferguson fight, you know. He showed bad things in that fight, but I was also impressed because Tony is still hard to finish, even though he was on his downward spiral. Dude, he still looked good. And then the Bobby Green performance was just perfect, amazing, looked insane, dominant. Bobby did kind of put his head into that submission, but it doesn't matter, okay? His calf kicks are so good. Paddy's so long and lanky for this division, uses his calf kicks well, was beating up Chandler's lead leg the whole fight, took him down at will, picking him up, throwing him down, threatening submissions, ground and pound. And then in the third round, after landing a devastating knee up the middle that split Chandler's cheek open, he took him down and just landed like elbows and hammer fists and punches and bunches for like a minute and a half straight until the ref stepped in, where Paddy went on a crazy flurry, which is good. He needed that finish because after, like, we've seen Paddy's cardio like run out in less than 3 rounds. So if it had went to a 4th round, who knows what would happen. If he had like let all that out and went all in for that finish and didn't get it, he could have been in trouble in the last 2 rounds. 10 minutes is a long time to be in there with a vet like Chandler, but he got it done. Finished Michael Chandler, which Justin Gaethje, he knocked him out, which Justin Gaethje couldn't do, Dustin Poirier couldn't do, Charles Oliveira couldn't do in the second match. Like, man, like, Paddy is the real deal. He's actually high level, can be a champion. I don't think he beat Islam, but he could be a champion once Islam leaves the division for sure. I would love this. How about we just do Topuria versus Paddy, all right? Winner gets a title shot. Fuck yeah, that's a good matchup, all right? Let's do it. I want to see that fight. It's been hyped up for like over 2 years now. It would sell like crazy. Mr. Hand Sanitizer Boy, like, dude, please give us that. I would love that. Next, we had the featured bout, which should have been Mitchell versus Gene, but instead they had the featured bout be Yair versus Pitbull, which fucking sucked. It was a complete dud. I saw this coming. I picked Yair by first round knockout, but we ended up getting a very more reserved Yair who was more scared of gassing, it seemed, so he was just playing it safer. Knew he needed this win bad. Knew it would be a bad look to lose to a Bellator guy like Pitbull. And Pitbull, I called this. He's so low output, so plotty. That's my least favorite thing in this sport. I don't care if you're low IQ, you go for it. I don't care if you take him down and dominate with the grappling at times. Sure, control timing up. I don't care. But if you're plotty, if you don't shoot takedowns, if you don't throw, if you just sit there and feint and are plotty and don't do anything, I fucking hate you, okay? And that's exactly what Pitbull is. Plotty, low output, low power, not really a high level striker. Has good takedowns, is strong and stocky, but yeah, Yair took him down in the third round. Showed he's a just way better fighter. Pitbull may just not be UFC level. At least not top 10 or top 5 level, okay? Dominant decision for Yair. Almost finished him at the end of round 3, but yeah, I had all rounds for Yair. Dominant decision. Next, we had Gene Silva submit Bryce Mitchell by a ninja choke, I believe. Or like just a standing guillotine, I forget. Crazy. You know, we've seen Bryce submitted once hurt before. It's happened before, but he's just such a high-level grappler, and Gene has no submissions in the UFC so far, I'm pretty sure. It was just so unexpected. Good for Gene, though. Very good performance. I mean, I still think he's a bit plotty as a striker. He's like a pure counter-striker. You know, he doesn't really strike unless the other guy initiates it. So I think he needs to become a bit more aggressive on the feet because I feel like he could lose some decisions pretty close decisions in the future. You know, especially if it's 5 rounds and he's forced to go even lower output. I just think he probably should initiate the striking exchanges more in his future. But, you know, what do I know? Yeah. I mean, the fight was good, man. Bryce looked good. His kicks looked great. Good body kicks. Good calf kick. That was hurting Gene a lot. You could tell it was fucking with his movement. But the grappling was the story of this fight, man. Gene Silva fended off every single takedown, okay? Bryce's shots were just not timed well enough. His head movement didn't look as good because usually how he gets people down is he'll like duck under a strike and like just shoot and have a really good opportunity at getting them down, and usually he'll have more high IQ shots, but He was just trying to force them, and against a really strong, short and stocky guy like Gene Silva, that wasn't going to work, unfortunately. So, yeah. How good is Charles Jourdain, man? How good is his grappling? I don't know. But styles make fights. I don't fucking know. Good performance by Gene. Bryce will be back. Next, we had Reyes, man. 3-fight finish streak for Reyes. Oh, my God, dude. God is good. He's real. This is proof. Because, oh, my God, dude. Reyes got it done in the first round. Why was he the underdog? Why? He's on a winning streak. I think Nikita was as well, but he's on a 2-year layoff. Fucking coming back, like, out of shape, looking pudgy in there. You know, I'm just kidding. He looked good. Reyes actually looked kind of pudgy as well, at least from what we're used to seeing. You know, he's usually very chiseled abs. Looks a little pudgy, but hey, didn't matter. Got the KO in the first round. What is there to say? It was like, they only had like 3 or 4 or 5 exchanges, and he was out. You know, it was a crazy counter shot where Nikita came in, mumbling and bumbling forward like he usually does, looking for a big shot, but just didn't look very fast in there, and Reyes just looked sharp, like usual. He's coming, man. I don't know who he wants next or who he should fight next, but I think one more fight for Reyes, and he gets a title shot. One more, man. Make him fight Yuri. Like, before it was like, let Yuri sit out, or Yuri versus Olberg for the title shot, or let Yuri sit out and he'll fight the winner of Pereira versus Ank 2, you know, but, you know, I want to see Reyes get a big fight, okay? Even if he loses it, it doesn't matter. I actually did predict him to win this fight and then lose his next one, but after how well he did, I don't know anymore, man. He looked really good. Next, we had a very weird stoppage. Dan Ige KO'd Sean Woodson in the 3rd round, which is actually really sad because I had it 1-1 going into the 3rd. I had Dan Ige winning the 1st, very close. And then Sean Woodson slightly outputted him in the 2nd. And then it was a fun, close fight, man. Like, I'm glad Dan Ige got the win because he needed a win bad. But I feel bad, man. Sean Woodson's a really cool guy. Even though he's I'm not even going to say weight bully. I'm just going to say frame and size bully because he's so long and lanky for this division. But, yeah, he was getting up. The ref shouldn't have stopped it. What else is there to say, man? Unfortunate. Would have been a close decision. I wanted to see the rest of that round play out, or at least see the next 30 seconds of the fight to see if Dan really could have secured a dominant finish. It would have been a better look for him, but now we just have to sit in disappointment that a ref ruined another fight. Next, we had Yerna Janarova beat Yan Jianan by decision. Yeah, that was a cool fight. Let's move on. Next, we had Chase Hooper beat Jim Miller by decision, and it was a bit disappointing. Not the most fun fight, but I enjoyed rounds 1 and 2. Fun scrambles, fun jiu-jitsu exchanges. Like, Hooper did threaten the submissions a few times, but man, Jim Miller's really good, really aware in the jiu-jitsu area of the MMA game. And yeah, I think I think Hooper just kind of gets it too, like, he gets a bit too jiu-jitsu nerdy in there, you know? He tries to go for crazy things, like he's going for groin tears or whatever they're called. He's trying to tear his groin, banana split him. Like, dude, just this crazy, unique submission where it's just like the likelihood of it landing is so low, especially in an MMA fight when the guy can punch you, like, and just, I don't know, man. And they're not in the gi, like, dude, he's going too extreme with the jiu-jitsu stuff, but, like, I think he should have believed in his striking more in this fight. I think he could have, like, really hurt Jim Miller, who looked really tired in the 2nd round. He was, like, gassed after 1 round of grappling, which, you know, that's his age. It's to be expected, but yeah, Hooper still won. Could have been a more fun of a fight, but man, he blamed it on the gooning on the post-fight speech, man. The gooning, man, it's just getting to all of us. Next, we had Juliana Rosa KO Darren Elkins. This was actually sad to watch. Darren Elkins looked so bad, and I fucking picked him. Oh my god, I'm cooked. Nah, I swear I did good on picks, man. I went like 11-3 or some shit. Like, I did good as fuck. I don't want to hear it, okay? But yeah, he looked really bad. I thought his wrestling would be a lot better, but he looked gassed after 2 minutes of the fight. He looked like he was fighting in slow motion. He might be retarded. I'm sorry. Like, I feel so bad, but he's just taking too much damage, man. He needs to retire coming into the octagon like that. It's just, man, like, Fuck, he looked bad. And yeah, Julian KO'd him. I know he ruined everyone's parlays because everyone picked him by submission, and he definitely could have got it, but he didn't even attempt one. He wanted to prove that he can KO people as well, and he wanted that KO, and he indeed got it. Good performance. Next, we had Michel Alanjacek KO Cedricus Dumas, and he complained about it. I understand a lot of the strikes were hitting the guard of him, but I mean, should we just let him rain punches forever because you're blocking them and they're technically not hitting your face? They're still hitting you. You're still feeling those punches through your guard. He still had elbows slipping through and hitting him. He was getting hit by a few of them. Most were blocked, but yeah, I picked him by first round KO. I believe this was the first round. Michel, man, he's really good. Like, he's actually really good. The loss to Kevin Holland looks bad in retrospect, but he's a part of the Fighting Nerds now, so resurgence time, all right? He's back. Good KO. Good win. I love watching this dude fight. Never cut him, UFC. Even if he goes on a 4-fight skid after this, I don't care. Never cut him. He's a cool guy. Fun to watch. And Cedricus Dumas beats women, apparently, so yeah, fuck him. Next, we had a pretty boring fight. Suman Darji beat Mitch Raposo by decision. All Mitch Raposo really did was shoot takedowns and fail them. You know, he did get a lot of them, but Suman Darji would get taken down and pop back up to his feet within literally 5 or 10 seconds every single time. Really impressive ability to get back to his feet from him, especially for a long guy. Usually they have trouble getting their legs, you know, like up in between themselves, you know, underneath themselves to push them back up, but he did very well. Won clearly. I thought he lost the first round clearly, but he won the second two very clearly. Just out-damaged him. Mitch Raposo refused to go for any ground and pound when he would get him down. Refused to go for any ground and pound or punches on the side of the fence. He would just clinch, and Suman Darji would land nasty elbows in the clinch. He was constantly looking for them, constantly looking for damage. Mitch Raposo's fucking bad. He'll probably be cut after this. Yeah, good performance by Suman Darji. I think he was on like a 3-fight losing streak, so he needed this. Good for him. Next, we had Marco Tulio KO Trishawn Gore in the second round, I believe. I think it was the second or the third. I think it was the second. What a fucking fight, laddie. This was a banger. All right, this card was very good, man. Even the prelims were pretty fun. Like, I'd say these early prelims were better than the actual prelims, but this fight was fucking good. Like, I knew the card was going to be good once the first 2 fights were finishes, and this was one of them. Dude, Trishawn Gore, man, he may have lost. He may not have been able to go for a single submission, which is how I predicted him to win this fight. He may have got outstruck and outputted very badly, but you got to give him credit, man. You got to give him respect. This is some of the most damage I've ever seen a fighter take and just march forward and not give a fuck. He took so much damage to the face, to the body, to the legs, everywhere. Literally everywhere. Marco was landing crazy, devastating body kicks, hard body kicks, spinning back kicks to the body, calf kicks, head kicks. I mean, most of the head kicks were blocked, but still was landing them. And high output, nasty jab, good hooks. Like, dude, Marco Tulio was very good. I thought his grappling would fail him here, but you know, I don't even think Trishawn Gore attempted to like take him down even once. Maybe once he initiated the clinch, but that was just kind of to stop the striking coming his way. Very fun fight. Kind of one-sided. Marco Tulio was landing most of the fight. Yeah, he was landing most everything, but Trishawn Gore did rock him once. He dropped him slightly in the first round, which is like, oh my god, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, the momentum's about to change, man. After a dominant first round, he got dropped at the end of the first round. He's about to come back against a gas Marco Tulio and hurt him and finish him. That didn't happen, but still a fun fight. Respect to both fighters. Next, we had Nora Cornell sub, what's her name? Haley Cowan. Yeah, good performance, man. What a good fight, you know. No, I'm just kidding. It was a good submission, but I just don't really care for it much. All right, that's the whole card. It's late as fuck. I'm gonna go to bed. Fun ass card. Good card, man. Let's go. Let's give the UFC a round of applause. Just imagine how good this card would have been though if Protest was still on it. It would have been elevated to like from like a 9.2 to like a 9.8. This card maybe not a 9.8, maybe like a 9.5, but because the prelims weren't as good. But man, what a card. Just this is what we watch UFC for. Okay, UFC. But we can't just have the fucking pay-per-views be good. We have to have fight nights be good as well. And they haven't been good for the past few weeks. We have a break week, I'm pretty sure, coming up after this card next weekend. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, fun card. That's the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.